GTurbo and towing. As a business, we want you to have the best performance, and that does not just mean outright performance. It means the type of performance that you need and what you've purchased your vehicle for. So in a lot of cases, that's the four-wheel drives are purchased to tow caravans and horse floats, and tradies use them and so on. And so you want low down grunt and you want fuel efficiency, because you're really burning a lot because you're working the vehicle quite hard. And we understand towing, because GTurbo was actually founded on actually towing a caravan around Australia for a year with a Land Cruiser, and doing a lot of mountainous activities as well, like going up to Thredbo and so on. So, and what we wanted was fuel economy. I mean, we cared, because we were spending around. I think we were doing around 700 Ks a week or something like that. We did 31,000 kilometres on the trip, and we did care how much we were spending on fuel. And so when you look at your vehicle, whether like a Hilux might have around 300 Newton meters at the tyres standard, we can improve that safely to, let's say, 450, 500 Newton meters at the wheels. And we can do a whole lot more than that as well besides. But for someone who's like really working the vehicles, we can give you a solid 50, 60% increase in torque. And that's going to be really meaningful for you, because you're going to pull away from the lights better. You can overtake, get out of dangerous situations. If you're towing something heavy on a hill, you're not the guy that's slowing down. Everyone's sort of overtaking, and you're becoming a road hazard. All that kind of stuff. And what you also find is that when we talk about a 60% increase in torque or power and all that stuff, well, you think, well, the first question is, well, what does that do for my fuel economy? Because if I'm making this much more power, I must be burning this much more fuel. And the reality is that the amount of fuel that you burn is whatever the work is that the vehicle is doing at the time. So if you're just cruising at 100, and before you were cruising at 100, you probably find that your fuel economy is really no different, or if anything, it's better than it was before, because you've got optimal timing and so on. Maybe a more efficient turbocharger if we're doing a turbocharger, or an intercooler installation or something. So, so towing bliss is what we go for. And I'll give you an example. We took our caravan out for a debut run on the weekend. It's it's up to 3.5 tonne as a GVM, and we went to some of the steepest hills around Perth, which actually aren't that steep, okay, compared to a lot of the ones around the country, but nevertheless still pretty steep. And we can go up Bindoon Hill in 5th gear with the cruise control set, 95, 100 kilometres an hour, around that range. We're only doing sort of 1850 RPM, and it will go straight up in cruise control with heaps of grunt to spare, right? And that's top gear. Fuel economy, 18 to 19 litres per 100, towing a pretty decent size off-road van. So, if you want fun when you're towing, and you've just got power to spare, you want fuel economy, and you want safety, you want GTurbo. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. If anything that you've seen today has prompted questions from you, or you feel that you would like more detail on some of the subject matter that we've covered, it's certainly a really big subject matter. Subscribe and put your comments below, and we'll attempt to answer them in the next one.